Welcome, everyone, to, well, what will now be the beginning of the Industrial War. So, I'm sure you've already noticed it. Someone blew this up. I would have done the video, but for some reason, we've had technical difficulties. So, you don't get to see the video of it blowing up. But, lucky for y'all, from that one video that I had just recorded like a couple of hours ago, you get this. You get a bunch of books. So I'm going to go through the history, why Empire did this, blah, 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 blah. Okay, you get it. Cool. Bro, what? Okay, so, first, Austrias. The Austrias Empire, as we discussed in the last video, wasn't really happy with Circeus. So, this is what they wrote up. Way the people of Circeus believed that once such protectorate state, it says 8, don't mind that, named Cirrus, had something to do with the recent, I don't know why, but autocorrect, bombing of a diplomatic building. Yet again, either misclick. We'd like to have the protectorate back under our control, blah blah blah, or it's war, as the president of the Franks would like to humbly decline. So that first page gets. Now recently, Circeus, this place right here, why is it missing its roof? Well, I know why, but we hosted a battle, that's why. Jesus, I'm sick. Got a feeling when you got to sneeze, but you don't. This is Circeus. And they were once part of this empire. In fact, all of these countries were once part of their empire. But they mostly want Circeus back under their empire. Circeus has declined. That's why that diplomacy building was there and it just blew up. So, and not only that, but Circeus had just held a vote and went to the Franks for independence. The Franks meet up over here. They look at what was being said and told them no. So it was war. War in between Austrias and Circeus. Except Rusk got involved. And now here's where the next book gets in. Oh. It's supposed to say Rumus. Just, I don't know. Austrias, you have no claim to war. We have supported Circeus' independence from you. And your claim that has no meaning. And if you open fire, we will as well. Basically, this is Rumus, the Rumus Empire, saying, we have fought. Think of it like this. Arceus wants that land back, and they blew up a diplomatic building. That's their excuse to go to war. Rumus had recently put a whole lot of political pressure over the east. Well, more west, which kind of angers the west. And the west, we're getting to and obviously, Austrias isn't happy about this. And Rumus isn't happy that Austrias isn't happy. So then they make this demand. And it's too late. War has already been decided. I told y'all I'm sick. So, how we get Conques enter into the war. Conques and Circeus or Austrias are peace. They're allies in the Triple Imperial Alliance. So Austrias officially writes up this, saying, if you indeed decide to declare war, we will get the Conques Empire in on the war. Also, you have no point of declaring war. Basically saying, stick out of this. Osrius wants to make this between Osrius and Cerseus, but Rumus isn't having any of that, which is causing some diplomatic issues. So we get the Franks. The Franks are now starting to get really mad that a war is starting to break out, so they decide to get involved. The Republic of the Franks officially decides to get involved. And they're basically saying, Concu, you have no claims of war. This is a war between Osrius and Cerseus. Now that you enter the war, we must enter as well. I don't know why, but the writing came out on this really badly. Oh yeah, and I'm also using Norris to store all these books. Well, then Sudralis enters the war. And this is this. So, my God, I fucking hate this tram sometimes. I hate how the villagers instantly use it. But the king goes from his empire into Osrius and then Bucharest or Burgess. I'm gonna have to fucking learn that name again in the next video. But they allow William II to go to the Sudralis Empire by going through their land. Hello, Mr. Emperor, sir. And the Sudralis Empire officials backs the Triple Imperial Alliance, and if war was to break out between Osrius and Cerseus and anyone else gets involved, we are going to war as well. Basically, Osrius, or not Osrius, but Sudralis is saying, hey, to be fair, Rumus entered the war. So, I'm going to simplify this in a little bit, but we have to get through one more war declaration. I know, it's a lot. It is war. So let's go here. Into what is known as the Kingdom of Ittis. Ittis basically says, if the Sudralis Empire was to declare war, here we are also declaring war on the side of the defenders. So, why? Why is everyone declaring war? And why? Just why? Well, simple. Osrius wants its land back, specifically here, so it can get a land border with Sudralis because they're good chums. However, Rumus had been recently fighting Osrius for a free Cerseus. So that's why they're getting involved. Concu officially recognizes that it is technically Osrius' land, so that Osrius should get the claim. And they also just want a reason to beat up Rumus and get land. The Franks want to beat up Concu because they don't like that they even have a border. And Billig here, they want Billig to basically take this little area and cut off a Frankish Concuan border. And the Kingdom of Ittis wants more control over, well, Osrius. Right now they have the smallest border ever. This isn't going to come back to bite them later. And then Sudralis really just wants a border of any way to Concu. So that's why everyone's here. And this is 100% going to cause no problems.